What's going on, family? How y'all doing on this Thursday evening? You watching Sports Talk with B. Watts on this Thursday evening. I'm your host, Bernard Watts, along with Greg Sedit and J.R. Botson. Only thing we ask that you do, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Share the video also to your friends and loved one if you don't mind. And also hit that bell notification to let you know whenever we drop a video or go live during our broadcast. And if you like to continue to support the broadcast through Cash App, through Super Chat, or just by joining the membership, whatever you do will be highly appreciated. All right, we're getting ready to talk about the Colorado football team tonight. Coach Prime getting ready to enter his third year as the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. And when you look at the team, we're going to talk about the six best players that transfer from another team to Colorado this year. J.R. Box will give you his six, Greg give you his six, and I'll give you my six. So at this time, let's bring the fellas up and get into it. Once again, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Highly would appreciate it. All right. Let's see who we got here. J.R. Box. What's going on? What Greg at? I thought I hit him first. My laptop. There he is. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Not much, man. I'm trying to be Watts. What up with it, Greg?
Y'all want to say hello to Dana, Miss Val C. What's going on? Truth, what's up? You doing all right? I love CC, my dog. What's going on, Miss Debbie? How you doing? What's going on? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. X in the cut. MSD, what's up? DJ H, you all right? All right. What's going on? What's up, team? I see you. I see you. All right, guys, let's get into this thing, man. Colorado is in the midst of their strength and conditioning summer program. I gotta ask y'all a question. I be seeing when they be doing them 100. They did them what? 100 yards sprints. They said they had to do 20. When y'all playing football, do y'all have to do that?
I was the
You did,
basketball
Greg?
guy, so I'll let Greg take that one.
Yeah, I was too. I don't know. I didn't when I played in school. We ain't have to do that, man. I said, Coach Wade said you need to do 20. Somebody had to do 25 one time. So if they do, what the purpose of it? Other than condition. Can't hear Greg. What's the purpose of other than conditioning and all of that? I get that part, but what really the purpose of it? They are.
I'll say probably just more so probably a mental thing. I mean, you kind of heard the summarization of it all. Like obviously the point is to be in great physical condition, but it's even to challenge you when you're tired. Like when you know what I'm saying, when your body telling you to give up, the mind still need to be sharp. So Coach Sway that to me he does a great job of like bringing a realization to it. Like, hey man, we're not just doing this just to do it. Like, of course, you got to play the game of football and be strong and fast and stuff like that. But discipline is a big thing, and I think he summarized it very well when he said, "Look, when a guy telling you, hey, back up off the line, hey, listen to the whistle, like things like that. When your body is fatigued." Usually you lose sight and focus of things, but he's saying push through, be able to understand my body's tired, but my mind still need to be sharp. I can still push myself as far as I need to in order to accomplish the ultimate feat of winning the game. So I think Coach Swayze do a great job of summing that up for them guys and making it like really sit home instead of just saying, "Oh, we out here just to run." He started off at 18, we finished at 24. Well,
Yeah,
obviously
I saw that today.
there was some discipline that needed to occur. So hey, we got to do this again. We got to do this again. Got to do this again. So But Greg, the expert on it, see, he play. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no football like that.
Can't hear Greg. He talk.
Greg, Greg, what's happening, man? That Timu, that Timu microphone he got.
Hey, hey, you better go back to Sprint. Uh, T-Mobile. You been talking about me.
Is
You
that he
better
got
go.
that
You better go to T-Mobile. Still
that
can't hear you.
Alibaba microphone? That's the Alibaba.
That what he done did. Well, we
Yeah,
still
he
can't
got.
hear him. But
Greg.
uh, we can't hear you, big dog. But check this out. Man. Check this out, though, Jr. Until Greg gets situated, right? When you look at the Colorado strength and condition, I'm sure every program got their own way of doing things. What do you think the difference from Coach Swayze doing and from last year when the other crew did it?
Uh, I would say with Coach Mo, and this not to take away from Coach Swayze,
Everybody freezing up. JR done froze up and everything. So we had a little technical difficult now. Man, what y'all got going on, bro? JR. A lot of oh man. Can't hear Greg. Can't Greg that talking. We can't even hear. But what I'm saying is I don't know what's going on with him. Click off and click back on. Yeah, so we're in the midst of strength and conditioning program. And when you look at the way that Coach Swayze is doing it, it looked like totally different from what Coach Modem did last year. And the most important part is I think they gonna be more disciplined. That's what I'm looking for far from discipline. It's the discipline thing I'm gonna be looking for cause like you just said, Wayne Hood, yeah, Coach Swayze is more detailed. He more detailed about it. He explaining to it in the camera what they are doing and what he want from the situation. And that's what I like about it. So Greg is back. I don't know if I can hear him or not. Still can't hear him though. Let's see. Still can't hear Greg. Got JR boxing back. JR back.
I'm back.
Okay. What you got? T-Mobile too? JR freezing up. I got my stuff right now. They ain't got their stuff right. What's really going on? JR, you bought that thing from Greg without using my code. And God don't like ugliness. And Greg didn't send me my 50. What's going on, Miss Kimberly? What's going on? But yeah. Oh boy. So that's what I'm looking for right there. Want to thank everybody for tuning in right now. We got a little technical difficult with Greg said it and JR Boxing. So we'll just keep moving right along. They probably need to click off and click back on. But when you look at the way Coach Swayze is doing things, you got to like the way he's doing. And the players are not griping. They're not complaining. It looks like they don't bought in to what Coach Swayze is teaching them. And that's what I like. They respect Coach Swayze. But Coach Swayze also, when he first introduced himself, he came in kind of hard. And now it's like he done laid back a little bit and he got the guys where they want to be, where they need to be. They trust Coach Swayze too. That's another thing I like. They trust him. It's a trust factor. So Coach Swayze also playing that psycho game with him. That psycho game. You can tell they respect Coach Swayze because whenever Coach Swayze ain't in the weight room and they just gather around talking, but when Coach Swayze turn that corner, but they jump back in them, They jump back in there and start working out. So that let you know they respect Coach Swayze, and that's a good thing. I think Coach Swayze really the MVP of the team if they win the Big 12 because he done changed. He done did a new thing with them. He got their attitude right. He got the discipline right, and it looked like the group now came together more closer. And that's what I like about the whole situation. Looked like they done came together more closer. Today on Reach the People, well off one of those videos, you can see that Jordan Singh said, "Hey, we jumped outside. We need to do one more." And they didn't argue, they didn't fuss. They didn't say, "Hey, let go." Coach Swayze said, "Who was it? Who was it? Who was it?" They just jumped out there and went out there and did they one more. That's what you like right there in a just in strength and conditioning program, and that lets you know that they working together. Trust and discipline is being taught by Coach Swayze. Trust and being disciplined. Can I count on you in the third and fourth quarter when we are tired, when they running the ball against us, when it's fourth down and one? Can I count on you to be there to do your assignment, or you gonna jump outside? If I see you lining up outside, I can tell you to step back and you won't get upset with me. Yeah, that's what Coach Swayze is look like he done got through to them. Teamwork, teamwork and discipline. Because last year we had a discipline problem, but now since Coach Swayze, I mean he don't horn in on that thing about discipline, and that's what I like. Miami, that's what I like. TMFB, Mr. Miami, Wayne Hood, and Kimberly Nash Williams. I love CC. That's what I like about the team right now in strength and conditioning. They are concentrating on discipline. Discipline is what gonna help them late in the third and fourth quarter. Can you get out the field on third down? Will you jump outside, holding, or anything like that? And most important, communication. Can I communicate with you? And I like that. And when you look at Jordan C out there, I think they put a video on Jordan C. Jordan C said I was 360. Now, man, shoot, I'm 305, three something, 310 or 320, 305. And boy, when you see that, yeah. And when you see something like that, that boy, he cut up and he is cut up. So I like that. I like that part about that. I like that. I really like that. I like that. Got Greg said it back. Can we hear you now? Still can't hear you. So that's what I like about the team right now. So uh we having a little technical difficult right now. Yeah, you're right, Bucky. Kareem Harden looked different, and cut his hair. Lost weight. Chisel up and everything, and I like that part too. So look like the team is headed in the right direction, especially doing strength and conditioning program. I think it'll get better once we see them with them pads on. That's what I'm waiting to see. Will we see a difference with them pads on once they get it on? Because they're like, and Coach Swayze still got the whole summer with them. Man, he get them in shape and get them where they can't hide and communicate and tougher. Coach Prime, Coach Prime got some of y'all got to be string y'all accepting no signs for nothing. Okay. I don't know what's going on, Greg. I don't know. That's unusual. I could hear JR. JR was just freezing up. JR started out good. But I don't know what's going on his end. But anyway, like I said, tonight we're gonna talk about my six. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my six until they get their situation straightened out on the end. Not accepting sounds option. It must be string y'all then, Greg. Because I went into my setting and I reset it for audio and still nothing. So that's what I got going on right now. But like I said, I like the way that everything going so far. But my top six transfer players that I'm gonna be looking at, The first player is gonna be the new kicker, Mate. I think Mate is a big addition to Coach Prime and his Colorado football team this year. Because when you got a kicker that can kick the ball like Mate, them long field goals, when you really don't have to try to go for it on fourth and and 3 or 4 or 5, or you just need a long field goal, you need a 40-yard field goal, or if you need at least a 50-yard field goal, Mate can do it. He can do it. You back, JR?
I'm back, man. I had my computer that did a update. I'm messing around with Greg. My computer scheduled to update. It just started updating and shut down and shut me
It
out.
just shut it shut
Yeah,
down,
so
don't you?
yeah, I
I'm
rebooted.
gonna
I
go.
was like, man, let me just use my phone. It's
Yeah.
my first time using
Uh
my phone. So if I go out or something, this is my first time using my phone. So
it's still you got a good picture, bro. I like
need
that.
to do a different setup. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I
I,
said, we're gonna keep riding. We're gonna keep riding. We're gonna keep riding. Like I said, if we get ready to name my top 6 transfer players that I think they were gonna help the team win the Big 12. And my first person is Nate. I'm starting from 6 and I'm going up to 1.
okay.
The kicker. The kicker. I like the kicker that they got in Mate because man, when you look at it, he can change the game, really, bro. He can change the
Yeah.
game. He can
I'm
change
like
the game. He can
I'm
help
like
them
you.
more better this year than they did last year. Because I just think, man, when he bond them kicks, it can flip the field or whatever. Whatever he do, he can do it all.
Yeah.
So I like that part there. That's why I got at number 6.
I'm like you. Mine in no particular order, but I got
Right.
mate too, Damian Graves. I like him. Six
Yeah.
one, 170 pounds, Australian dude, played professional, played a sport over there called footy. It's similar to rugby, but it's a few different variations of it. But it looks like rugby, but they call it footy. I actually
Yeah, I
got to
saw that
watch it.
video.
Yeah,
I saw that video they post on.
I actually got to catch a match in person while I was over in Australia. I did like a little TDY out there in Australia about 2 years ago, so I got to see a game live. But uh, yeah, I mean, come from Kansas, man, so a Big 12 school, so he's familiar with the conference things like that. But over the last 2 years, he's been at Kansas. I mean, he put up some pretty good numbers. All nearly averaged 41 punt yards. He was at like 40.7 or something like that. But something that I liked, he had he was close to 50% when it came to fair catches. So it really didn't
Yeah.
give the opposition a chance to catch his punt and return. So that was good. And then he had about 17 kicks that was inside the 20. And so I think
Right.
that'd be big, especially having a home field advantage with the altitude and things like that. I think that'd be big. Something that I would like that our last punter did to get them balls inside the 5. If you can get
Right.
them things inside the 5,
It's
he
a
was pretty
game
good at
changer.
doing that. Yeah, he's pretty good at doing that. But I think Damian Graves made 2.0. I think he'll be good. And he had seven kicks over 50 yards. So I think that's gonna be pretty solid for the team. And it should be no drop off. I mean,
Right.
we lost a guy that was pretty good,
Right.
and we
Right.
replacing him with a guy that's pretty dang good too. So I think we should be
Right.
straight.
Also, I like the field goal kicker, Buck Buchanan. I like him too, but I think Mate, the new Mate Graves, gonna pay more dividend to the Colorado team this year than I think that would Buchanan.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think he can just if he can flip the field at any times and get a defense a chance to do what they should be able to do, they're gonna be a big access to them.
yep.
Greg, you back?
I believe.
Oh, we here.
I
Timu.
Yeah.
believe.
Timu worked out for him.
He said, I believe.
Yeah, it was attached to whatever line you was on. That's why I
Man,
believe.
my laptop gone. I say,
What y'all keep talking about these laptops on? What y'all? What's going on with these laptops? You and
I know what's wrong with my laptop. They told me not to buy that thing. They said, Mr. White, don't buy that laptop. It ain't made for that.
Ain't no
That
good.
thing was $99. I said, yeah, I gotta have this, yeah.
Oh Lord. Now
you try
mine
to
just
go in
had
the cheap. Be like, I'm going.
Hey, yeah.
mine was
Hey.
just on the scheduled
That thing
update,
was
man.
$99. I said, oh yeah. They said they tried to sell me that 800. I said, nah, man. Hey, that thing was white. Hey, JR, it white, pretty. They got it sitting out here. I said, why y'all got it out here, Best Buy? Best Buy, y'all got it out here and displayed it. He said, Mr. White, we ain't got but about 5 of them things in this store. He said, once you buy that thing, man.
We can't help you no more.
Yeah, you can't help it no more. They said, when something happens to it, now don't bring it back. They told me that. They told me. They said, man, that thing ain't for what you trying to do. That thing that's just to get on the internet or YouTube, just watch it. You trying to do a show? Oh, no, Mr.
Oh
White, that ain't going to
Lord.
work. So, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what
You combine that with that T-Move internet, boy, that's a combination.
That's
The T-Move computer, T-Move internet.
with the weather.
Hey, you know with that weather, they ain't no good look. You know, my girlfriend and my daughters, they always telling me, somebody just put in the chat, Miss Phyllis said, but he cheap, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you, he cheap as all know.
Be watching me going through it, man.
My daughter
The
gonna tell me that, Dad, you always look for the cheap stuff, Dad.
That microphone right there cheap. Is that microphone?
Hey, this was the cheapest one.
He got that on T-Move too.
Hey,
he got that on T-Move.
hey,
It look like it's got
hey.
going on.
She asked me, when she was when we were looking for a microphone, she said, Bernard, you need this microphone right here, cause and I looked at that thing was $300. I said, what about this one right here? This ain't but 35.
Lord.
Do the same thing. No,
They do the same thing for
ain't nobody
35.
trying to win no Grammy.
I said, hey, I was looking at my money. I said, now you trying to go, you want me to take you to Aruba on your birthday in a couple more weeks, and then you want me to spend $300 on my, oh no, ain't none of that. Yeah. So tell Amazon, send me that 30 and we ride.
That's how you do it.
Hey, let's get back into this thing, man. Yeah, they be on me and say, man, ain't no need. We telling Dad to go. Cause Dad ain't gonna do nothing but get the cheapest thing out there. I said, man, I ain't said that what they talking about.
As long as it works.
It worked. That's it. I try to save, man. That's me. Any little chance I get. See, they know my story. They wouldn't say that when I was paying that $1,500 a month child support every month. Yeah, that's what made me cheap. They don't want to talk about that part.
They made you that way.
Yeah, that made me that way.
You guys.
Yeah. Greg, name me one of your players, man. Top 6 transfer players. One of them. We went with making one of ours.
I guess I'll start with Byard. You see how much weight Byard don't put on? We used to say he looked like Sil McCray. Now he looking like he bought everybody. All our safeties starting to look like Stoudemire. We ain't gonna be sad to say Stoudemire big only no more. All our safeties looking like Stoudemire now. Ain't no little safeties back there now. A couple years ago, everybody was little.
Yeah, the whole team was little.
Everybody in the secondary was little. They were hitting, but they was little.
They were small. Yeah.
So these boys
they were small.
I say Byard, he looking like he NFL ready for right. Safety. So, and he's been there. I guess he's gonna be the most experienced. He was there in the spring before him and Ben was there in the spring. So, I'm thinking he's gonna. I mean, we seen it in the spring a little bit, but in the season, he'll be an impact player. He was all over the field, right? They say he was in the backfield every play. Looked like he don't put on a good 15 more pounds since the spring. Going there. Mm-hmm. So I know they eating. I guess they got that chef. I was somebody getting down and get them boys eating.
They got another chef. They got another chef in there.
Oh, yeah, they got two.
They got two chefs.
They got two.
Day chef and a night chef.
They got day chef and night chef.
Yeah, they needed that night chef. That what happened. They needed that night chef. It was cute. It was like a restaurant. And they be at night. You got to eat. They be starving. They get in that pizza and Zaxby's and stuff. They need to eat like they do during the day. They need to eat like that at nighttime.
Right.
Yeah. You can see the difference.
See,
Yeah, you
there,
do. You do.
two
Right.
chefs.
I'm going on to my second player that I think they're going to help the team. I'm going on with the offensive line right guard, Zy Chrysler. Even though I haven't seen him play in a game yet, nor nothing like that, but I just think when you add another big offensive line that can anchor the opposite side of Big Jordan C, I think he's going to be a big addition to the offensive line, and it's something that they needed because Jordan C, he's on the returning offensive line that projected to start. We got to see what Kareem, how he gonna look when he come back, or if he gonna compete, whoever gonna compete. But I think Zach Chrysler, the right guard, gonna be he gonna pay dividends to the offensive line this year.
Yeah, I mean, I look, I like Zach Chrysler. I didn't put him on my list, but
Right.
I like Zach Chrysler. You know how I am about that word measurables, B Watts. I
Yeah.
like his measurables.
Oh, he
So
got it. He's thick.
when you
What 6'7", 340? Yeah, he
yeah,
got
so
it.
you bring in a guy like that. Look, maybe they can have him shed a few pounds. You know, maybe get him down to about 330, 325, somewhere around that. Whatever a target playing weight is, I'm sure they got a target playing weight for him. How
Okay,
they
JR,
want to
let me stop
utilize
you
him
right there,
color
JR.
wise.
Why you want him to lose weight so he can move fast or what?
Yeah, just depending on like what they want to do. So it don't pigeonhole you. I don't know how athletic the young man is, but I know if you put yourself conditioning wise in a good situation and you're able to shed a few pounds, your body moves a little bit different on that field. So
Okay, but
it ain't
you think
about.
what about he playing right guard though?
Yeah, but still, like right guard's got to pull, things like that. So it just depending on the blocking scheme. Look, we doing a zone blocking that still requires the offensive lineman to still push and have space to like run, get out there. If he a pulling guard, you definitely want somebody that's athletic. And if he seems to be, he seems to be athletic from some of the
Mhm.
tape that I saw. Um, but if you got him out there pulling. You want them to be out there. You want them running backs to be able to have at least one blocker in front of them, or for him to get to his block on time and not get beat. So, just depending on what they want the target weight to be, I think that's a good situation for him. But coming in at 340 already, having a lot of snaps under his belt, I mean, I like him. I got him penciled in as a starter, but it remains to be seen until fall camp gets here.
All right, who's the second
But
player you got on your list though?
my second player, like I said, no particular order, but I keep it in the realm of special team. I'm going with Buck Buchanan, man. Look, I get it, Mata, can't miss, automata, whatever they want to say, stuff like that. But look, we talking about 40 yards and back. So
Mhm.
that's a whole different dynamic when it comes to a weapon on the field. Because when we was playing other teams, I mean, I remember playing Texas Tech, and Texas Tech was able to stay in the game because their kicker was hitting them from about 55 in Lubbock. So if we got a guy that can go out there and hit it 50, and probably move it back a little bit, 53, 55, on a good day, especially in the altitude. If he can get a 55 out, if we can get a 55 out of him, that's pretty doggone good. Now, I'm not expecting the offense to stall out a lot, but I would like to have that in our back pocket to know we got a guy out there that's going to go and put it in between the goalposts from 50 plus. Like that's a luxury you want in your back pocket as a head coach, and then especially as a special teams guy, a special teams coach. So I like Buck Buchanan, man, coming from La Tech, and he's a Texas guy too, from Marshall, Texas, man. So I had to throw one of them in there too.
That's a good pick though.
What you got, Greg?
I'm gonna stay on the defensive side. I'm gonna kind of stay in the safety room. Um, one of the biggest things people kept talking about, Shiloh gone, Silman Craig gone. The safety room is the most weakest room, not just secondary in general. Of course, that's before Hood left, but they felt like the safety room is what we needed. We need a whole bunch of safeties. I like another player that's big back there, Love.
Mm-hmm.
Love from Auburn,
Oh, okay.
another big safety.
Hey, that's
You
a
know,
big old dude, bro. You see that dude?
Tennessee. another Stockmar size, bigger, probably even taller than the Stockmar size safety from the SEC and all that young. So I think that's a key addition. Yeah, he definitely a big dude. That's a big safety. You know, you looked at it, you probably wouldn't think he's a safety. You know, without
Right.
pads on, he gonna look
Yeah.
like what my boy
He gonna look like French out there.
he gonna look like Hill Green at safety back there.
Well, you're a big old dude. I know
He's a
that.
big dude, man. Yeah.
You big dude. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what he can do. I ain't seen no films on him. I gotta check him out.
I don't think he was like he went on start or nothing like that. He young guy. I think he was
Okay.
like run the same situation as Hood. I mean, I think they
Right.
ran the same year. I think they knew each other.
Okay.
And, I think he's from Georgia too, right?
Yeah, he is from Georgia.
What school he went to in Georgia? You know?
I don't forget.
Yeah. Not in the
Yeah.
metro area, I don't think.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see what he can do too. Well, my third person that I got on my list, JR, Martavius French. I think Martavius French gonna lead the team in Tiger this year at that linebacker position. I think he I was looking at Reginald Hughes, but I think Martavius French he look like he read better than Reginald Hughes. I think Reginald Hughes gonna be the linebacker that go with the running back out the backfield, and Martavius French they're gonna use him down in the box because you gotta remember he had 81 tackles last year from where he came from, and 17 of them was in the backfield. And when you saw that spring game, he was in the backfield about 5 or 6 times making tackles.
Getting back.
He would get back there. So that let me know he can read and react. And it's going to be interesting to see when they play those big teams like Georgia Tech, when the line can get up to the second level. I want to see how he going to react when the lineman get up to the second level on him. See, can he get away from him and make a tackle still? And that's going to be the interesting part I'm looking at. But Martavius French, I think, going to lead the team in tackles.
That's interesting. I mean, look, I know he one of the taller linebackers in the room, that's for sure. His frame not as stout as I would
Right.
like, but this a game of college football, so you got all different sizes of linebackers when it comes to it. But yeah, I'm with you. Just seeing a little bit of his film from UTSA early on, he could definitely play in a little bit of space. I think Coach Harder definitely work on him to make sure his situational awareness is good. But if he can key in on something specifically, that's what I really noticed when he was at UTSA. If he was able to key in on something, he can get down here real quick, and that leads to those 17 tackles in the backfield. So I definitely agree with you on that one. Look, my next guy is obvious, man. That's gonna make a big impact for the team because I kind of looked at people that's gonna make an impact in transfer portal, and that's
Right.
no other than the Salt man himself, Caden Salt.
Oh, yeah, he my first one. Yeah.
Look, another Texas guy, man, Cedar Hill, Texas. And he's staying by 6'1", 200 pounds. Uh, got a great deep ball, strong arm. So we ain't got to worry about that narrative no more, y'all. When they used to say, "Well, Shador arm ain't that strong" and stuff like that, but he got the ball out there. Well, that's not the situation with Salter. Y'all can't be saying Salter ain't got no strong arm. The young man got a strong arm, got a great deep ball. Uh, the intermediate throws, he could definitely look to sharpen up on that. I think that's something Pat Shermer gonna work with him on. Probably
Right.
already working through that maturation process to get him ready for the beginning of the season.
Right.
But I like that dual threat capability, and that's going to be something that we haven't seen from CU over the last 2 years. Phenomenal quarterback in Shador Sanders, but I mean, let's be honest, he wasn't a true like dual threat guy. K-Saw can pick him up and put him down with the best of them, especially in the Big 12. If you want to look at his highlights, he got runs over 50 yards, 60 yards. He got a 70-yard run for a touchdown as well. So threw for a lot of yards in 2023, undefeated regular season under his belt. Stood toe to toe with Oregon for about a quarter and a half, and then Oregon kind of blew the doors off of Liberty back then. But
Yeah.
that 2024 season, again, threw for a lot of yards, ran for a good number of yards, but the team was pretty much depleted. Look, the big Power Four schools just came and they just picked and poked and prodded from a lot of those players at Liberty because they went undefeated the year before. So I think he's hungry, and I think he wants to put himself in the best situation to get to the next level. Whatever the next level is for him, whether it's NFL, whether it's UFL, whatever, Canadian Football League, but he wants to put himself in that situation, and he's hungry, and I think he's gonna lead the team in the right way. So shout out to K Salt, man, in that chat. Put them salt shakers in there for that man K Salt, man. I think he's gonna be a big impact for the team coming 2025 for CU.
That's a good pick. That's my number one pick.
Yeah, I'll probably go. I'm stick on the defensive side. Big Otis. Big Otis. Now, it's looking like Barnes is in shape this year. He running around. He doing his little hundreds. Y'all talking about the hundreds.
Yeah. You do
it. Hundreds ain't nothing but a confidence builder. It's either that or gases, which is hundreds too. They're sideways. You know, you run across the sideline, those are gases. You know, touch the line, full side. You do a lot of those, depending on how crazy the coaches are and all that. You know, but you're gonna run them hundreds. You know, you might end practice with 10 100s or something like that. But yeah, hundreds are just part of it. It's like on the track, you run the hundreds. If you feel like you're on a football field, you feel like you can run a whole football field. It's just a confidence builder to me at the end of the day. If a lineman feel like I can run all the way down to the other end of the football field in a certain amount of time, what is it for me to be lazy about running 10, 15 yards to go block somebody? So you running hundreds. You're a big guy. Let's think about you're a big guy running that whole field. If you feel like you can carry that weight, what's anything for them to say, all right, pull and go hit him? No, that's nothing. So it's like it's almost like a trick on the mind. So when you see, especially now, a receiver is different. Like when you see like those receivers running, like you see Timmons running and all, you feel like a little gazelle like that. It's like, again, if I get that ball and I take it to the house, I'm used to running the distance. I'm not like the matches you never ran no hundreds and you get the ball, you catch on the 20, you're like, man, I gotta run 8 yards.
Hey, that happened to me, boy.
Yeah.
That happened to me, Greg.
It's the mind.
Happened to me.
Dang, I gotta go all the way down there and nobody catch me.
Man, that happened to me, bro.
Yeah, so you know, you run them all the time. It just feels like every day. It's kind of like programming your mind, but do the most extreme thing you can do is run the full length of the field. Everything else short of that is in between. So I see Otis out there. He might have cut some weight, and those they sweat like hogs. But you think about them twin towers there because they both listed at 6'5". Yeah, you got Barnes listed bigger, but they look about the same. So him coming on is a big deal because whether it's you alternate or you have been able to play both, you ain't just got that one big guy like last year. Like, oh, but Barnes don't do it. We ain't got nobody else.
Yeah,
you got two big old wildebeests you can put in there, and possibly at the same time on goal line, so it balances the defense out, in the line, and far as the size. So.
That's a good one down. That's a good one down. My next is gonna be Cecile Brown, wide receiver. I just think with his 6'5", his height, as JR said, his measurable and his speed, it's gonna be a big addition to the offensive side of the ball because when you look at him, you can use him in the slot, you can use him out wide, you can just use him all over the field at 6'5", man. His pass catch radius, it's gonna be higher just about anybody else on the field. And plus, the dude done played 5 years of football already. So this is gonna be his 6th year. So he should have the experience. And you seeing right now in strength and condition, he got good condition. Like he running. He ain't getting tired. He ain't complaining. He in the weight room doing what he's supposed to do. And if him and K-Salt can get that, Juju or whoever can get that good connection, he can get him a ticket to the NFL draft, bro. Now he got the measurement and speed. The Joker ran a 4.3 in the 40. That's the same speed of Jimmy Horn Jr. So I'm looking at Cecile Brown to be a key part of this offense. And me personally, I just really think he's gonna be the number one wide receiver. That's me.
Dang, number one?
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't he? He's 6'5". He got the speed. Who else gonna do that? He ain't gonna be the 3 out there at a time.
Shout out to O Miller, man. I mean, that's my guy, but
I mean, I like O. Hey, don't get me wrong, I like O too, but O keeps saying in the video today I don't feel good. I'm under the weather. I'm still the what's called, but if O ain't right, I think JoJo gonna take his spot, and they gonna go with Draylon Miller. They gonna be the 3.
Well, I got you. Look, I'll follow you up on a wide receiver. I don't have Sincere Brown, but that's a good pick. Like, I got JoJo. A lot of people saying in the chat, look, I got JoJo. That's why I picked. Another Texas guy from Arlington, Texas, man. Went to Mansfield High School out there. Um, but what I like about Joseph JoJo Williams is one thing he said. I was listening to him and Darius talk while they were doing an interview. And he was like, "Yeah, I was getting all these offers, man. It was one school in particular he was excited to go to. He didn't say the school name or whatever like that. And then he was like, "What about my number 8?" And it was just like, "Oh yeah, you can book that. You already got it. It's yours. It's on reserve." And then he said when he talked to Coach Prime pretty much told him, "Nah, man, you got come in, pretty much show your worth, man. Like we're not just gonna give you
Mm-hmm.
the number." And so he was up for that challenge. Like all right, cool. Hey, I'm a dog. I'm gonna come in there and earn what's mine. And he came in, he did that pretty quickly because you can see he already wearing a number 8. So
Mm-hmm.
stats alone as a true freshman, man, he put up some great numbers as a true freshman. He said he didn't even play the first half of the season. So the back half of
Nah,
the
he didn't.
season, he played 30 receptions, 577 yards, 5 TDs, averaged almost 20 yards a catch at 19.6. So JoJo was balling. And then to put the cherry on top of everything else, he ended up being what? ACC freshman of the I mean, what? AAC
Mm-hmm.
freshman of the year.
Right.
And that's a big feat within itself, man. Uh, Phenomenal athlete, as far as like his jumping abilities, man. You heard both of them quarterbacks talk about him, both Salt Shaker and Juju. The
Right.
two things they said about him, we can trust this guy. I throw that ball up there, I know he gonna go get it.
Right.
Salter said for sure, he was like, "Hey, it's probably like a 70-30
Yeah.
instead of 50-50 ball." So the type of confidence that quarterbacks coming into the program with this young man, having a small sample size, but seeing early on, like, oh, he gonna go after it and go get it. Got one of the highest vertical jumps on the team. Uh, so I like JoJo Williams to be on the field early and often, and I like him because he's not afraid of the competition. He knew it was more
Yeah.
players coming in there. He not afraid of the competition. He a dog and he gonna go get it. So that's my what, 4th pick right there? Yeah, JoJo. Yeah, man, JoJo, number 8.
Man, just listen to y'all talk. I don't know how anybody who watching and know this team can't see this team gonna be 10 times better. I mean, they're gonna be 10 times better than the last couple of years put together. Period.
Yep.
Period. You
That
can
thing.
twist it how you want. Yeah, you had Travis Hunter, but this team gonna make it look like that's all you had. That's what it's gonna look like.
Right.
Because you know, okay, you said JoJo. You know what Amari Young can do. You talking about jump ball. Everybody finna be jump ball. See,
Uh-huh.
Travis was a jump ball specialist. Will Shepard's supposed to have been one at times. But now you gonna have about 4 or 5 of them because JoJo can jump. Amari Young can go up there and get it. I don't know what the boy from Florida State can do. We don't know nothing about him really. But he's supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
some 5-star. You still got the other guy. You still got Timmons out there who want to show what he can do. And you mentioned Sincere Brown. And that's who I got on my list. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Sincere Brown on the offensive side. And the reason why I say that, I heard a lot of people kind of jump the gun. I kind of sat back and like, okay, it looked like he good. He got experience, came from Campbell. He got height. I heard he running 4.3. I don't know how true it is, but when I got a chance to see, him and well off, it's a couple things I noticed about him. He can stack all the boxes together and jump on top of them.
Mm.
I
All
don't
of
know. He might rival, and
He
that's
the only one did it.
yeah, that might rival JoJo. I don't know if JoJo did that before he got there. Because this
Yeah.
boy here, that's why that's scary. Because you already 6'5", and you can jump.
Yeah.
Usually 6'5" people just long.
Yeah.
Right.
Them arms
He
up.
can
Yeah.
jump that high and he that long.
You ain't got to be that accurate with that football.
Who gonna cover it?
Nobody.
You ain't if he can jump that high and he's 6'5", and he faster than you. I'm almost getting. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. It's kind of Randy Moss's.
That's who I called
come
him.
on now. Whoa.
That's who I called him.
Okay.
I called him on the show 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I told you, JR. JR, Greg just confirmed it. That's Randy Moss.
I ain't want to get that to him.
No, I said he remind me of Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, he built like Randy Moss was. Same build type. He's not built like Megatron. Anybody be like Megatron. Megatron was an animal. No, he was like T.O. mixed with like Megatron was an animal. There's only a few people who built like Randy Moss. This boy is built like Randy Moss. It's all sticks and bones, but sticks and bones that 6'5" and can run. Ain't very few people can do that. If he is 4'3", he can't be Randy Moss. Randy Moss like 4'2", but if he like Randy Moss, if he in the 4'3s and he got that height, he is a baby Randy Moss. Now you have baby T.O. He's a baby Randy Moss. I'm sorry. If he can jump up there and go get that ball and outrun people, he is a modern day baby Randy Moss. See, he got Randy Moss by an inch.
I can't let y'all get that off, man.
Why not?
I ain't saying
man. Okay, JR. What can he do that Randy Moss didn't do?
Look, I don't know what all Randy Moss could do, but if the catchphrase is Mossed, he did something exceptional for him to have a catchphrase Mossed.
You go over your
head on that young man.
I'm talking about in college. I'm talking about in college. In college at Marshall.
Randy Moss could have played pro basketball because he could jump, right? He could jump all over you. If this boy jumping like that, and he got that speed.
He got that breakaway speed.
You mentioned that box jump. Now I saw the video too. I saw him clear them boxes. Like he didn't stand on it. He just jumped over it.
Jump over
it. Dog. But,
so he doing that
come on, man.
With the wingspan.
Yeah.
That's a moss. That's how you moss people. When you go up for the ball and they way at him, you way up here, you like moss them. That's where moss come from.
Oh man. I'll give him T. Higgins or something like that from Cincinnati. Randy Moss.
Nah. JR, hold on, JR. JR, here you go right here, JR. That boy gonna be a problem, JR.
Yeah, I wanted to say he like Hooks used to be at Jackson State, but he faster than Hooks.
He ran the ball, bro.
I would say Shane Hooks or something like that, but yeah, he's faster than Shane Hooks. Yeah,
he faster than him. That dude that got the talent. He got the size and speed of Randy Moss. Young Randy Moss. Not the NFL. I didn't say the NFL Randy Moss, but when Randy Moss was in Marshall, that dude that remind me of him, man.
Randy Moss at Marshall was a human highlight reel. Come on.
You must think that dude ain't gonna be now.
Bad. Look.
I didn't say he was Randy Moss. I said a baby Randy Moss. He is the version of him.
I didn't call him that. I said he remind me of Randy Moss. Than any other wide receiver. I compare him to that. I can't help Omarion Miller don't remind you of nobody, JR. Ain't no need you getting mad. That was your feelings tonight, JR. I can't help he didn't come from Texas.
There you go. There you go, y'all.
We can't help it. If he were from Texas, he'd be all over.
But let me tell you something else I noticed about this boy. This boy got a lot of confidence. And see, you're gonna need that confidence. You know, he got that confidence too. And you got a guy with that kind of talent and confidence. You know, it's gonna be a problem. So you add that combination of him and JoJo and Marion, man. If they know what they're doing, if they call the right plays, which I don't see how you can, because all you got to do is do what they did at Liberty. Keep a tight end out there.
Yeah.
Keep them big tall receivers out there, and let do some play action, and let Salter say, hey, y'all get still if you want to. I'll run for 50.
Yeah.
Y'all turn your back on me if you want to, DBs, and I'm gonna be running behind you. Meet me.
You right. One thing I love CC for that $2 super chat. She said, "Get them lights up. It's free, dog." Yeah, you're right. JR, get out your feeling, bro. Get out your feeling. We ain't gonna take Omarion Miller out the field. We want him to be right, but Cecile Brown gonna be a problem. He gonna be a problem now. He's 6'5". and can jump the way he can jump and got the speed. Who else on the team can do that? JoJo ain't got that kind of speed. He can jump.
I mean, you got me there. JoJo ain't got the speed.
Imagine you put Gibson out there with him in the slot.
Hey, man. Shoot.
I'm just gonna taper my expectations. I'm not gonna go out there and say no Randy Moss, but I think he's gonna be a really good player.
You take the top of your defense off.
I didn't say he was no Randy Moss. I say he remind me of Randy Moss.
And that's the same thing now. He remind me of Randy Moss. He Randy Moss.
Who he remind you of, JR? JR, who you okay?
T. Higgins.
Who he remind you of?
T. Higgins.
Man.
Please. T. Higgins, man. T. Higgins was the ball at Clemson. That's all I'm saying, man. Go ahead, B. Watts. What's your next one, B. Watts? Where my glasses at? Look at my shades.
He's trying to get off the subject, y'all. Talking about what's your next?
Go ahead and mark him, B. Watts. Go ahead and mark him.
Yeah. Hey, Sincere Brown gonna be a problem. Appreciate that, Coach G. 499. Sincere really ready. Hey, you ready? That bad boy ready. But all right, my next one is I got let's see, Greg said Takiffa Byers. I had Takiffa Byers on my list. I had K Salt on the list. That's my list. That's my list. I go with this. I go with I ain't gonna, you don't do enough. I go with another player. They're gonna be pay dividends. Xavier Hill, offensive line. Beside Jordan C. I think he gonna do good. I think this is his 5th year also too. And when you look at his past, not LSU, but for Memphis, he gave up 1 sack, got a 500 some snap. Well, we said that about Benson, so we still got to see how that play off. But my bad. What? I'm just saying you got to wait and see when it comes to the offensive line, because you don't really want to jump the gun. So
don't touch two.
Yeah. So
see, I ain't going with y'all, man.
See what I like about Hill, he big now, but he got a low base. He wasn't tall like Benson. Hill is more to the ground. He gonna have good leverage, and then he's gonna be playing beside Jordan C. You know, so I think that's gonna be good also. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
I like that pick. Mine is I go with a lineman as well. But I'm going with Zarian McGill. And for multiple reasons. 2, look, we lost 2 centers. We didn't know who was gonna be the center.
I think Yo-Yo gonna come get him. I think Yo-Yo gonna come get him.
It may be Yo-Yo. Tyler Brown name was thrown out there. Hell, they put my name in there, and I'm only 215 pounds. So y'all definitely didn't want to see me out there at center. So I think they called up B. Watts too, and Greg. But I think he'll bring some stability to that position. Played a ton of snaps at University of Louisiana Monroe. Got a nasty streak about him, man. A lot of the highlights that I saw, it was a lot of concept blocking. He was calling out the protections and things like that. Things that will be needed to help the offensive line along, because a lot of the old guard of football, especially college football, they gotta have this bond and they gotta build together and da 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 da. Man, that's old. We in the NIL era, man. Teams losing players left and right. You need smart, fast, tough, discipline with character. And that young man meets all those criteria. Really, really, really good athlete. Saw a lot of film of him pulling as well. Good athlete, can get out there, can block, make a block on a player in space. So I think that will be able to bring some stability to the room, because again, last year we were kind of young. We had Cash Money. Salute to him, but he at Texas Tech now, but he was a true freshman. And then we had the guy before that, I forget his name. But that was his true like sophomore year. So he was making his mistakes along the way to the point where you had to bring Cash in there. And Cash kind of ran off with the position at the end, and then he pretty much transferred himself out. So I like McGill. I think he's gonna bring some stability to that center spot and bring some stability to the offensive line. So that's my reason for picking him at number 5.
That's a good one.
I Salter was one of mine as well. We of course we don't talk about him plenty, but what he brings to the team, and I think he's like the connection point, because if I was to pick another one, I would look at Atkins. Now he was in the spring, and I know we got a couple more that come talented young tight ends, but the way he was just kind of stood out with the size and the athleticism, which Colorado always wanted and envied with other teams. So I think when you get somebody like Atkins in combination with those guys we just named, who's an athletic tight end, who has the height and can eat up that middle, while you take the top off with that big Randy Moss type receiver up there that JR don't like. That 6'5" speedy receiver. You're gonna have to give him some help over top.
Yeah.
The safety gonna have to watch him from them posts, deep posts, because you got to be able to run with them, and you don't want to leave that middle open with just that lane wide open. You bail out the tight end that's gonna streak right up there. Tight end just like boom. So the tight end gonna eat a lot. And the thing about a tight end in the secondary, nobody want to tackle him.
Right.
They can go at the ankles, he's gonna hurdle them and stuff like that. But just you're not gonna really want to be one-on-one with that tight end open. You got no help, because all your homeboys running for their life behind somebody like a Marion Miller or Sincere Brown, and you might have a JoJo out there, or you might have a Gibson out there in the spot. You got all this speed. Y'all got to be. You can't let them get a leg on you. So you kind of anticipating that, and that tight end is gonna go and replace them. Like, oh, you going? Okay, all this just open. So the tight end, Harrison had a good year that first year. He was considered undersized, but look what he did.
Right.
And that offense wasn't really tight end friendly, like if you build it right with Salter. So I think that tight end is going to be a big deal.
It is. I agree with you 100%. My last one, it's going to be a battle. I know they got R.J. Johnson. I give him that. T.on Park coming, bro. He coming, y'all. Keep y'all on T.on Park. I think I know they're going to favor R.J. Johnson because he been there. He done did the time. And T.on Park probably just getting there. But, bro, according to the films, T.on Park is a dog, boy. He's a dog, man. He got a little shallow in him, man, and I like that. That's why I think he send your ass to that medical tent, man. I like that from a DB. He got a little swagger to his game. He talks a lot. Just want to see him. Will he be able to cover Quinn Gibson? Will he be able to cover Cam Michael? Will he be able to cover JoJo when they start to practice up? I want to see can he cover those guys. And if he come out and looking good, and man, that dude, he'll be in my starting lineup. I think he'll be one of the best. And I know everybody.
Over RJ?
I think I'm just saying. You got to look at T.on Park. But I know R.J. Johnson been there the longest and your fan favorite. But man, T.on Park ain't no joke now. And when you look at the film work now, just according to the film, he played better than DJ McKinnon. Look at DJ McKinnon from the spring and the practice. He got
That's
beat.
debatable. That's debatable.
Yeah, I'm here for the debate. I can show the video.
No, you ain't got to do all that.
Okay. I'm just saying, I can show you the videos the way he was getting beat. T.on Park gonna be a dog out there, bro. But go ahead.
Now I like that pick, man. I had Zach Atkins on mine. T.on Parks was an honorable mention, but I'll switch it up, and I'm gonna go back to offensive line again, and I like one of the latest offensive linemen that we picked up, Larry Johnson. I like Larry Johnson, and again, that word measurable. We talking about guys standing 6'7". That's a brick house over there. 6'7", rolling in at 340. Played in a ton of games for Tennessee last year. Was up on the depth chart first during that what was that, that spring portal? Or not spring portal, doing the winter workouts or whatever they was doing early on. So he was up there first, getting a lot of reps in, getting himself ready. And whatever friction was happening, he decided to leave the University of Tennessee and come to Colorado. Um, and I think he's gonna be able to get on that field and be opposite of Jordan Seaton
Mhm.
and make some things happen. Uh, Big guy, big road grader, played in a fast-paced offense at Tennessee, where they were always on the go. So conditioning, that's not really gonna be a problem for him, because he'll be able to keep up. But I like the I like the stature that he brings to the team. Because again, we had 6'4" guys last year on the line, but they were just excuse my friend, they're a little light in the ass. This
Yeah.
guy ain't like the ass. I mean, he
No.
got what it take. No diddy. He got what it
Hey,
takes. So
you told him six,
I
seven, 342.
yeah, man. So that 6'7", 3'4", that's why I said that he wear that the right way. It don't look, sloppy. It looked the right way because he's
Who the
six
guy
seven
that played
at
the right
340.
tackle last year that got injured?
I believe it was Kareem. No, Houston. Last name Houston.
Is he back? Is he healthy?
Uh, they say he healthy, but I haven't like seen him out there in the workout. They still probably just slowly bringing him along from a rehabilitation standpoint. But he's probably healed. But you still gotta get that conditioning back up before you just throw him out there with the rest of the team, because that'll be a detriment to his mental if he can't keep up with everybody. For sure.
Gotcha. Yeah. Appreciate that.
I got what, one more guy? It's one
Yeah.
guy we haven't talked about. I don't even really know his name. So I'm just gonna call him. Y'all gonna fill in the blank. We got a speedy running back, Dylan Edwards 2.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bigger, a little more experience being that Dylan was a freshman. And gonna be behind a better line and
Hmm.
it's gonna be very dangerous. Let me tell you why. Because everything I already said, it's just gonna be too much for you to watch him. And you know how they had to deal with Dylan. You can tell the kind of team we had. Watch Dylan. After he had that first game, watch Dylan. Right?
Hmm.
Even when
Mm-hmm.
he went to Kansas State, watch Dylan. Even though he didn't do nothing.
Right.
This guy here is gonna be dangerous because he gonna have a lot of opportunities out there with him and just a linebacker or somebody mismatch. Just not really not paying attention to him because they're gonna have to watch the tight end. They're gonna have to watch these receivers. They're gonna have to watch Case Salter, which makes it really, really it's gonna be really, if he got the speed and the quickness he has in the open field, he's gonna have a field day.
Yeah.
And so using him more in the pass game, using him, out the backfield as an additional guy, um, and as a running back, that's gonna be another element that because we already talked about in our fantasy that we would like to see Hodge come out the
Yeah.
backfield and certain people come out the backfield in certain packages and
Right.
Wildcat and stuff like that. But this guy here, as a pure running back out the backfield, being that Auguste is gone, Hood is gone, Welch is not going to be that guy. And really Hayden, not going to be that guy. So you look at the third down back or a second and long or whatever. So many things you can do, put him in motion, allow
Hmm.
him up outside, bring him back in the backfield. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to see what they do with him, especially Marshall Falk. I know Marshall Falk figured it out. So
Yeah. The Kalen Taylor, the Kalen Trackhawk Taylor, another Texas guy from the
I
state.
know you
Shout
know the
out
Texas
Greg.
guy, the Texas.
I'm just saying, man,
Yeah.
Texas guy and
Yeah.
Carter Ward out there in San Antonio. I like his speed. Something that was different from Dylan, and it's probably no fault of Dylan's because the offensive line was just bad that year, 2023, when they was there. But I like this guy. It seemed like he can still run in between the tackles. And I know Greg, you always talk about, the running back small, that get behind it, to get lost behind the line, the scrimmage, stuff like that. And so I could definitely see that, him boom, 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 picking his spot and then shoot out of there like a cannon. Because he got the speed. The speed is there. And speed transitions to every level of football. If you fast, you fast. So they can't be like, oh, well, he played at a lower level, so that might not work in a power four. Nah, dog, if you fast, you fast. Now, you may not be able to catch or you may not be able to run a route, but if you fast, you fast. That speed is speed. So but he had a ton of all-purpose yards at Encounter Ward. They used him in about every position they could, running back, kick return, slot receiver. He started off as a slot receiver, then transitioned to running back. So I like it, man. I think he'll be a well-rounded and a secret weapon for us on offense. Like how Greg mentioned on them second and mediums, stuff like that. Put him out there, match him up on a linebacker, get him in space, gone. So I really like that. I like the possibility of where it could go with the Kalen track off Taylor. I really like it, man. That's a good pick, Greg. I wish I would
But
have picked that one,
that
bro.
possibility is even more. Like you say, he used to be a receiver. That's a whole other game. He's not a running back trying to develop into the fact that he was a receiver makes him and that makes him the running back when it comes to when you need somebody out the backfield because he's not a good running back with good hands. He's a running back who used to be a receiver. So that's a whole nother thing,
Yeah, I think he'll be more fluid in that pass catching because it's the good thing. Crazy thing is, Dallin Hayden was catching the ball. It just didn't look fluid. It's like he had, stop to like make sure he secured the catch.
He was throwing the ball to him too late.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say that, B.Y. Says you.
B.Y.'s been on the spree. B.Y.'s is on the spree.
How you throwing to him too late? You got to throw it to him on the run, bro. Not at his feet. No, you throw it at his feet. I mean, you can't do that, man. You got to hit him on the run. A design play. That's what you need. A design play. Hit them on the run so they can
throw it. They show they'll throw it. The Juju and Salter.
They don't mind to check.
They're throwing it.
They'll check it down.
They'll check it down. They don't get them by checking it down. I like that running back. I like Taylor, man. More I seeing the way he's working out there, man, and the way he's running those sprint. I say he's gonna be a problem, bro. He's gonna be a problem. But when you look at the wide receiver room, Greg and JR, Coach Phillip, man, got his hand tied, bro. They loaded, man. Especially when you want to play with a tight end all the time. It's about 20 of them die. You can't put the 3 wide receivers out there.
They can't. Number 3. I mean, I tell if they go out there 5 wide, I'm turning my TV off. I ain't trying to hear.
Yeah, okay, let me come here at y'all on this. How would y'all handle the wide receiver?
One of them, you just said it's a slot. He can go back and line up in the backfield and go in motion and go in the backfield.
How would y'all handle the wide receiver room? Y'all were the coach. How would y'all handle that wide receiver room with the players that you got? That go with your best 3 every game, whole game, or get them in?
Nah.
Keep them
I
fresh.
would look for consistency in the small things because it's a relatively young wide receiver room.
It is.
Outside of Sincere Brown and TT, outside of Timmons, everybody else young.
Man, ain't nobody calling his name.
Exactly. I'm about to say, nobody calling him.
Hey, he always show out in the workout, but when them pads come on, he show out in the workouts, but when them pads come on, boy, I said, man,
he
got problem concentrating on securing the catch.
You don't think they all
showed out last spring, not this spring, but when T.O. was there that year before the season, they said he was showing out.
I want to try him at punt return or something.
Nah, he's too
He's gonna be a gunner on the punt team.
Oh, come on,
Greg.
That's gonna be how he get in the NFL.
That's why he young. You sleeping, bro. He on there yawning when he said that. You sleeping,
bro. He got to make the team on the special teams in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
They go like, that's how they gonna sell it to him. They go, hey man, hey, you gotta get these. They did smoke that year.
Yeah.
This is how you make the NFL, man. Be a good special team player.
I think
dog TT
can be a good.
Greg got him as a gunner,
receiver, man. I see him. I got him as a good slot.
He can't catch. He can't catch.
He catch, man. He can't. And this is why I say you put him at slot. because most of them slots is either gonna be
JR. Hold on. I
come
can't let you
on,
get that off.
man.
JR, you said put him
He's
in a
trying to put
slot.
a
I'm
space
not
on
gonna
him.
let you get that
Slide,
off on here. Hey, slot.
slide, man.
Okay.
Yes.
You rather put him at slot. You got Cam Michael, you got Q6, you got
Draylon, Q6.
Draylon, you got 17. You rather take them off the field and put them.
Yeah, look, everybody saying Tim is too slow. You don't have to be extremely fast to be a slot
He
guy.
running them 100
Wes
things.
Welker, Julian Edelman, they wasn't sitting out there running no 4-3 in no slot. Everybody know the running joke with the Patriots. If you're a 4-6 or slower, we'll take you. Because they just put them out there. It's about understanding route concepts. And I think that's something Timmons does well. Look, he used to play quarterback in high
Who?
school. Timmons. He was a quarterback in the state of North Carolina.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then he went to North Carolina State as an
Yeah,
athlete, and then they moved him to wide receiver. So
right.
for me, I think if you put him in a slot, and then you kind of use them. Hey, you want to do some ins, you want to do some outs, where it's not too far down the field. Because I think that was the issue when you started getting 15 yards plus down the field. I think it was a concentration thing as far as looking over the shoulder or watching the ball come all the way in. The trajectory of the ball is shorter if you running routes specifically from a slot position. I mean, sure, you got some deep crosses from the slant position and things like that, but that's when you got to know your personnel. And I think Timmons is a matchup problem for a safety because he's fast. He can get out of his breaks really quick. He's a good route runner. People cannot deny that. He's a good route runner. It's just the concentration. I think he lost his confidence once he got there and he got behind that room that was kind of stacked. So with Jimmy and LeJounte and Trav, it wasn't nowhere for him to like, all right, where do I make my stamp on the field? Because old Miller said the same thing. He was like, dog, man, I ain't getting on the
It's gonna
field.
be
I
the
know I'm
same
that
thing
guy.
this year. It's
Well,
gonna be the same thing this year.
That's why I
Timmons
say you
got
put him in
hurt.
slot, man.
He had the momentum, but he got hurt. He just never recovered.
He never recovered.
You don't want to get hurt in the wrong room behind the wrong people because that's when LeJounte kind of took off. Now I don't know how, and I think he tried to come back and he got hurt again. I know he tried to come back to Kansas State when all of them got hurt, and then he got hurt.
He got hurt. Yeah,
He got hurt again. Right. He got hurt again. Yeah, he got hurt again. Yeah, that was messed up there. But like I say, boy needs workout with Coach Sway. He be the first one. He conditioned. He the most.
He gonna be good on the kickoff team. Kickoff team.
That gunner.
Oh,
that.
Look, I say you put him.
They got him on the gunner, boy.
Slot. You put him at slot. It's rarely that a receiver in the slot is being manned up like that. Usually they playing off. They not just close up on them on the line of scrimmage. They playing off. So he ain't got to worry about a release and all of that stuff. He could just get off the ball. Like I said, he's a good route runner. You could get the routes that are kind of closer to the line of scrimmage. And then he build his confidence from there. And if you want to stick him on the outside, to kind of just mix up some things, or even play him in the stack position. But I think that'll definitely help him because that was something that I noticed last year. When he did get in the game, he could not get off the line of scrimmage. And B. Watts pointed that out. He was like, these receivers can't get out the line of scrimmage. So if you put him in a slot, he don't have to worry about that because they're not usually playing bump and run from a slot position at cornerback. They're usually just playing off.
Right.
So I say use him at slot, man. I think he'll be a very valuable asset at slot. And I know everybody saying Draylon and Hard.
You got four more wide receivers that slot better than him, though.
I know. But if he get it together, it's a big year for him.
We ain't even mention Hakeem Williams, what he can do.
I think he gonna be they shelving him for next year. I don't think he really gonna see the field this year. Honestly, that's me.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of them ain't gonna see that field.
Stash for next year. Get them,
a lot of them ain't gonna see that field. I'm that being honest with you. Gonna be a lot of them. I ain't gonna hit that field. They're gonna run like this.
That portal already revealed itself. A lot of people ain't gonna be so ready to jump in the portal. Like the portal was a cute thing the first couple years, and now people are like,
But they stuck in there now,
huh? They still stuck in there, boys. I don't know if I want to do that.
Born in the portal. and you end up at you end up at San Jose, Georgia State. You end up at Georgia State is where all the Colorado players' career going down.
You ain't good as you thought you were.
One guy.
You ain't good as you thought you were.
You in the same
You ain't
year.
good as you thought you were. You ain't good as you thought you was.
It was just one. Thomas got put off the team. The other guy got the transfer portal. Come on,
Thomas wasn't playing too. Look, how think about this? You go from Florida, you be like, I'm finna go to CU, be on well woo. Then I go in there, I don't play. Then you end up at Missouri Central State. You be like, God, that's a drop. That's a drop. It's like,
what the hell?
Wow, man.
Oh boy.
I went from Florida. Oh, I'm 5-4-star. I go to Colorado, and I'm like, yeah. I'm feeling myself. Somebody else gonna want me. And you end up at Missouri Central playing, and high double A ball, and it's like.
Shout out Missouri Central, man. If
Missouri Central. I don't even know that's
I ain't know that. I don't even know that school exists.
it might, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many out there we don't know. But that's who's gonna get you out the portal, and they're gonna feel like, oh, we got somebody that was at Florida. They're gonna put that on the website. He was at Florida, he was at Colorado, and now he with us. But what you gonna say? Your career was going up.
Oh boy, you crazy, man. And that like something there,
boy. You're like, what a workout gear. What workout gear? You got in one shirt. And you go wash it yourself. We ain't washing y'all clothes.
Wow, man.
You want somebody to wash y'all clothes.
It's gonna be like that one quarterback, huh? Rashada.
Hey, JR.
Florida,
hey, Greg.
Arizona, Georgia, Sacramento State.
Yes, that messed up there. That's a big drop, bro. So what's y'all prediction of the outcome of the Georgia Tech game? What are some key things gonna have to happen to beat Georgia Tech?
I think it's gonna have to be a little bit of ball control, man. Like they're gonna have to be able to control that ball. I don't think we're gonna have a problem scoring the ball. Look, I know Shador gone, Travis gone, and stuff like that. Pat Sherman was still out there, play caller. Shador was doing a lot of checks and stuff at the line and stuff like that. But Pat Sherman still got 30, I think it was like 31 points, 32 points at the score last year. That still goes on the Pat Sherman resume, man. So I don't think
you seen Georgia Tech
scoring points.
You seen some of Georgia Tech? What's some of the key things they do?
They got a quarterback that he'll run that ball. He'll run it. Now they got a transfer. No, they actually lost the receivers. I want to say Rivers was there at Georgia Tech and he left and wound up going somewhere else. So I don't know what their receivers look like, but they had a good one last year in Eric Rivers, but he's not there no more. But their quarterback Haynes.
They still got Singleton though.
No, he left. He was one of the first.
Oh, he left?
Yeah. So maybe Rivers came in. So I think Singleton left and then Rivers came in. Maybe that's what it was. Rivers came in from like UIF or something like that. But they say he a burner.
That came from Florida.
Yeah.
But we'll see what it like. But what I say about that quarterback, man. So they starting quarterback Haynes King. He not gonna blow you away with his arm. He one of them like dual threat little guys.
Tebow-ish.
And Tebow-ish. Not as big as Tebow, but he tall. He about 6'3". But he'll run that ball.
So our linebacker got to come with it then. Our linebacker got
to be ready, man. They got to be ready. You stop Georgia Tech run, that quarterback gonna run. And he had a bum shoulder probably more than half the year. He was still out there.
He running over.
Boom, just running.
They run that clock out. So, they run you in the ground. They run that clock out.
They must got big old offensive line then for him to get behind the run like that.
Yeah,
they do. Their offensive line was very, very good, man. Very Kansas State-ish last year. Kansas State was.
They didn't have a running back that's like Kansas State. I mean, they didn't have. They did have a running back, but he kept getting hurt. And that boy had to play. Every time he played, he looked like he ready to go to Heisman.
Yeah,
he get hurt every other game.
So
he get hurt every other game.
I think
I don't know if he coming back, but if he have a good game, he have a good game.
So we gotta stop the run.
Him and that quarterback together.
Gotta stop the run. I don't think they wide receivers. I don't think they wide receivers would just blow our cornerbacks out of the water.
No.
Like we could get away with playing man. I don't see their quarterback dialing it up, slicing us up, throwing for 200, 300 yards. I don't see that. But running that ball, BY, that boy run that ball, BY. No hesitation. He run that ball, man.
That scheme forever has always been the quarterback, all the way back to Reggie Ball and Hamilton.
Yeah,
they always been. They get. They break the record every year in yards. They don't beat nobody. They can't beat Georgia barely. They don't go to playoff and nothing like that. But they records be number one in rushing. They always been how they run that wing T and all that stuff they used to run back in the day. They always been known for running. Yeah. Except Megatron, that's the only one that really broke out in the receiving when Reggie Ball was throwing it.
Right. Yeah. I remember that well. Yeah. You're right.
So they probably got a sneaky good running back. Because remember, Jahmyr Gibbs went, transferred from Georgia Tech, went to Alabama, now play for the Detroit Lions, but he was at Georgia Tech. So they probably got a sneaky good running back there or something like that. Like Greg said, the running back they had last year just couldn't stay healthy. But I mean, he was a pretty good running back. But that quarterback, I'm telling you, in the state of Texas, high school football, that quarterback, number 5, behind Kyler Murray, Johnny Manziel, and I forget who else is up there. But Haynes King, he's number 5. He up there. Won a whole lot of games, ran for a whole lot of yards in high school. Got to Georgia Tech. Well, he went to Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher left, and he left out of there as well. Got to Georgia Tech, did the same thing, running all over. He running the ball, man.
He know how to find the running lane.
Yeah.
It's like he kind of hide behind the line and kind of just and then he got a little sneaky speed. He just take off.
That's a dangerous guy. That's a dangerous guy.
If he get past the linebacker,
I know I do that.
If he get past the linebackers, he a problem. Because secondary
he'll probably eat up 30 yards.
He eat up yards. He'll take off on you.
I looked at his measurement. That dude about 230 pounds, man.
Yeah, he big.
Yeah.
I'm like, he big guy.
They just gotta watch. They gotta watch that, man. They gotta watch that 35.
He know how to take advantage of
quarterback running. He not waiting in the pocket too long. First read there, he might try to progress to the second read. It ain't there. He looking for a lane, like Greg said, and he gonna get them 5 yards. It's gonna be hard to stop them on third down. He gonna get 5 yards. If it's 35, he getting 5 yards. You ain't gotta worry about a running back. The quarterback will get 5 yards. I saw it over and over against Georgia. And we talking about Georgia, SEC school. Tops defense in NCAA.
I'm gonna tell y'all the problem. I'm gonna tell y'all why Georgia Tech's so dangerous. Because they got a real smart I hope they need to get rid of that offense coordinator smart. His scheme, we always kept saying, boy, we need his scheme. We need him coming to Colorado. Because he sent everybody. Matter of fact, he's just like he played a lot like North Dakota. The quarterback play a lot like North Dakota, and that offense like a lot like North Dakota. There's a lot of movement. So they'll send everybody this way. Pew, and then you take your eyes that way, and that quarterback go right there. Pew, 15 yards, 20 yards. But then and next time, they're going to be a fast guy, like Singleton used to be. Fast guy, that boy they got from FIU, I guess he's going to be the new Singleton. They're going to send him in motion. That quarterback going to treat it like an option. And sometimes he going to hand it off, and if you see y'all running, he's going to pull it and take off. Man, whole defense go
right down the middle.
He gone. And if you don't, he gonna hand it off to that fast guy, and he gonna get the 10 yards. And that's all they do.
Discipline.
They just do that the whole game. They do that little, play action type crap. That's what they do. So you got to be eye discipline, and your linebackers can't be over pursuing and all that crap. Else they'll tear you behind up with that mess all game long. You be in the locker room cussing and fighting.
Damn. All right, fellas. Yeah. I can hear George Elo in that locker room getting them hell. They do. They come out like
that. Players be fighting each other. Man, why you do that? Man, you. All they gotta do is play gap control on the front line, and linebackers know how to read this year. We waiting for the linebacker core to know how to read. It ain't that hard, guys. You need to fly
they
me out
got
there.
one.
Fly me out there. I'll show you how to read. Yeah, all them linebacker coach. I'll show you how to read. ABC 1, 2, 3 reading. It ain't that complicated.
Yeah, good.
Get down here, make that tackle.
Yep.
It's
All
really,
right, guys.
really, okay. You know what it really is? If you got 2 linebackers out there, okay, you got 3, but it's not 3. You got the guy, nickel or something out there. To me, if I said that's why I stop when you on that level with me, you're a linebacker. Especially when it comes to the run, because we got to replace each other. That's the doggone problem. But I'm hearing you there, and you running over here in front of me. Like I got this. You got to trust the guy you next to. That's why they got all them lanes. Because y'all racing each other in one spot. What if he cut back? That's why Kansas State. Kansas. Why y'all both running to the same spot? If he there, you replacing him. So he go there, you replace him here. So if he bounce back, it's a wall. It's like a curtain. It's like it's moving. So he ain't got no cut back. He ain't got no bounce back. But y'all all running to the ball, and then y'all running to each other, and then I appreciate you just block each other.
Yeah,
cut back all across the field. Nobody over there but the cornerback. He ankle biting, and he laughing. He still falling into the ground, hurdling. It shouldn't be that. That other linebacker should still be over there. You ain't got to be greedy. Your backside linebacker should always be there, just in case something happens. But y'all all running to the ball. It's my team tackle. You ain't no team tackling because y'all both missed the tackle. Kansas State, Kansas, all them games where they were running. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, they needed it last year though, because the front four was much improved, but still, it was a poor tackling, display all around.
We know why the poor tackling happened.
So.
Hey, we want to thank everybody for watching Sports Talk with B. Watt tonight. Appreciate it. Appreciate JR Boston and Greg said it. JR, give us your last word. We out of here, bro.
Hey, man, B. Watt, appreciate the spot, man. Everybody in the chat, appreciate the patience, man. B. Watt's rubbing off on me, man. Being cheap and stuff like that. Rubbing off on me, man. Rubbing off on me. Nah, I had to let myself update.
Got 350 years, bro.
But nah, it's always love, B. Watts. Appreciate you carrying the spot, man. Chopping it up with Greg, man. Appreciate it for real.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
I need you to be our guest Sunday. At 8. What we doing on Thursday?
I'm gonna try.
Bro, man. Bye, man. You don't need no clothes tomorrow, man, bro. Man, I see you Thursday. We'll see you Sunday.
Now, you still doing them 3 shows?
But I don't got time, boy.
I see how long that gonna go.
Hey, I got to, because that's my job now. I gotta put them out. I just didn't do it today because I had to take care of my brother today. And tomorrow I gotta go to a funeral. So I probably won't even do no show tomorrow. Now I know I won't do a live show tomorrow because I gotta go to a birthday dinner at 7. I won't be back unless I just tonight make 3 free videos. I got one already, but I was trying to save it for Sunday. I might upload that tomorrow, but I know I won't go live tomorrow.
I've been doing a little extra work, a little bit, and it ain't been on me. It's been popping up on the weekends. So I was like, I'm gonna let you know Sunday might be one of them little ish days.
Man, we need your energy, man. Bring that energy on Sunday, man. We need you to be together.
My live gonna be later. It's gonna be later. So that's what I'm saying. Because
your live gonna be later.
Huh?
Your live gonna be later, so you ain't gonna come on at 12:30.
I've been moved to 2 because my schedule changed on Sunday.
But you don't know what time he want to come on.
But it might end up 3. I'm just letting y'all know. It might end up 3 this week in advance because I got a little extra work and it's way up in Woodstock. So I'm gonna be longer getting back. So that's how my show goes.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It might be 3-ish, this week. Last week was 3:15. What I had to do? Something popped up last week. I had to go pick up something. I had to pick up something after church. Right. I've been trying to go to church, man.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
Don't try. Do it.
Yeah, man, I was going.
Don't try. Do that, bro. Do that. It helped my week out. I know.
I had to drive to that and get back, and then the other stuff. So that just delayed me getting back to do the show. So, stuff happens. So I get it done, though. I get the show done. So y'all see what Greg said on Sundays.
I catch a rerun, but I don't never catch it live. I be forgetting what time you're going to come on. When I get out of church, I be thinking still 12:30. Then I say, okay, Greg done did the show. Let me watch it.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation. This week been full of activity. So that's my Sunday show. Really
appreciate it, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Greg said it.